I can now announce the result of today's recorded votes on motions relating to the United Kingdom's withdrawal from and future relationship with the European Union. In respect of Mr. Barron's motion B, brackets no deal, the ayes were 160, the noes were 400, so the noes have it. In respect of Mr. Nicholas Foles' motion D, Common Market 2.0, the ayes were 188, the noes were 283, so the noes have it. In respect of George Eustace's motion H, EFTA and EEA, the ayes were 65, the noes were 377, so the noes have it. In respect of Mr. Kenneth Clarke's motion J, Customs Union, the ayes were 264, the noes were 272, so the noes have it. In respect of the Leader of the Opposition's motion K, Labour's alternative plan, the ayes were 237, the noes were 307, so the noes have it. In respect of Joanna Cherry's motion L, revocation to avoid no deal, the ayes were 184, the noes were 293, so the noes have it. In respect of Dame Margaret Beckett's motion M, confirmatory public vote, the ayes were 268, the noes were 295, so the noes have it. In respect of Mr. Marcus Fish's motion O, contingent preferential arrangements, the ayes were 139, the noes were 422, so the noes have it. I'm finishing my statement. I don't require any help from the government chief whip. The list showing how honourable, he'll learn, so you should listen, he'll learn. The list showing how honourable and right honourable members voted will be published in the usual way on the Commons Vote app and website and in Hansard. Point of order, Sir Oliver Letwin.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's very disappointing. It is, of course, a very great disappointment that the House has not chosen to find a majority for any proposition. However, those of us who put this proposal forward as a way of proceeding predicted that we would not this evening reach a majority. And indeed, for that very reason, put forward a business of the House motion designed to allow the House to reconsider these matters on Monday.
No, that's ridiculous. No. Ridiculous.
Sir Oliver Letwin.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And if on Monday the House is able to reach a majority view, I think that would be in the interests of our constituents and of the country.
Waste of time. Ridiculous waste of time. Crazy.
But I personally continue to harbour the hope that my honourable and right honourable colleagues will see fit to vote in favour of a government motion between now and close of play on Friday, which would obviate the necessity for a further set of votes on Monday.
Thank you. Yes, the Secretary of State for exiting the European Union. Point of order, Mr.
Further to the point of order from the member for West Dorset, the House has today considered a wide variety of options as a way forward, and it demonstrates that there are no easy options here. There is no simple way forward. The deal the government has negotiated is a compromise, both with the EU and with members across this House. That is the nature of complex negotiations. The results of the process this House has gone through today strengthens our view that the deal the government has negotiated is the best option. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, although this was not a significant feature of today's debate, any deal must include a withdrawal agreement. It is the government's firm wish to get the withdrawal agreement approved by this House, and I urge all members, no matter the view on what the future relationship should be, if you believe in delivering on the referendum result by leaving the EU with a deal, then it's necessary to back the withdrawal agreement. If we do not do that, then there are no guarantees about where this process will end. It is for that reason that I call on all members from across this House, in the national interest, to back the Prime Minister's deal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I mean, this is a very serious moment for all of us, and we have to reflect that this House of Commons has tried to find a way through the Brexit crisis over the last few months, and we have failed. And we need to reflect on the fact that when the government talks about bringing their deal back, that on 2 occasions the government got 202 and 242 votes. That deal should be dead, and indeed the People's Vote got 268 votes tonight. I know we didn't win, but we got more votes for the People's Vote than the government did for its proposition. Mr. Speaker, I think it is becoming increasingly clear that this House cannot find a way forward. This government, this Prime Minister, has failed to provide leadership. The only thing we should now be doing is going back to the people of the United Kingdom in a general election to end this impasse.
Point of order, Sir Patrick McLaughlin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Can you confirm that if we follow on from your ruling earlier on today, none of these other questions can be put again?
The particular process that has been set in train as a consequence of the business of the House motion is a discrete process. It is the first time it has been conducted. It was approved by the House, and therefore my understanding... No, I'm not debating the issue with the right honourable gentleman. He has more or less courteously raised the point of order with me, and I am responding to it. I'm not going to conduct a debate with the right honourable gentleman. My understanding of the situation does not entirely cohere with his, and I have explained that I think that the motion passed by the House expressed support for a 2-stage process, and I will, for the time being, leave it there, and I'm extraordinarily grateful to him. No, as I've just said, I'm not debating it. Point of order, Anna Soubry.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, as somebody who has been called by the Speaker.
Order, let me just explain. Order, point of order, Anna Soubry.
Mr. Speaker, the country is watching this. And I gently say to the honourable gentleman, I can shout as loudly as anybody, but let's try to remind ourselves what we've decided to do.
Nothing.
And some of us have been involved in the debates and the discussions about the procedure from the outset. It's very well people coming at the end of all of this. Let us remind ourselves this was a I can patronise as well. This was a two-stage process. So today was our attempt to see if there was anything we could settle on, but to look where the biggest votes may be. The Prime Minister's deal secured 242 votes. The amendment motion J, supporting a customs union, got 264 votes, and beating all of them was the People's Vote with 268. May I suggest, Mr. Speaker, may I... You don't need to shout it out. May I suggest...
like any other honourable or right honourable member, to be heard. And she will be. Anna Soubry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So may I suggest we now proceed to the agreed procedure that the House adopted, that having settled on those matters where there were the biggest votes, we now go forward to Monday to see if we can find a compromise so that we look to how we are going to give this country the leadership and the certainty it needs and deserves. And finally, Mr. Speaker, well, if honourable members didn't try and shout me down, I might have finished 2 minutes ago. So may I suggest that we continue with our agreed procedure, because if we do settle on a deal, it's becoming increasingly obvious that then that deal needs to go back to the British people, and that's what we need to do. See if we can arrange that on Monday.
The process is that a second day, Monday, has been provided for. I'm not investing that point with any spin one way or the other. It's not for the chair to do. I am simply reporting to the House the factual position. That is the reality of the matter. There's somebody saying rubbish. That is the reality of the matter, because it is that for which the House of Commons voted. A point of order, Mr. Mark Francois.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, after many hours of debate and an extremely complex procedure, the House of Commons has decided, sweet Felicity Arkwright. I think the public will look on these proceedings in utter amazement. They will be completely bemused by what has gone on. This attempt to seize the order paper has failed. The second referendum has been defeated. The revocation of Article 50 was smashed. And surely the last thing we want to do, Mr. Speaker, in the eyes of the public, is on Monday go through this farce all over again.